Today we are at Pilates Lounge. Hi! So we're going to be using the ball today in a little standing sequence. So don't worry if you haven't got a ball. You can do exactly the same moves but without, obviously. So if you have a ball, quickly grab it, bring it to hand, and then we will get ready shortly. So hopefully we're all well. Morning, hello. Morning? Yeah, still morning, it's still morning. So we'll get started shortly, just let everyone catch up. So just before we start, quick apologies for, I couldn't load Wednesday's class. I don't know if Facebook have changed something, I don't know, because it was pre-recorded. And truly, I tried about 20 or so times. So apologies for that. But I'm also posting the videos on YouTube, because I know lots of people have got smart TVs and may find it easier to access via YouTube than Facebook. So on YouTube, it is under Pilates Lounge. Ta-da! Pilates in the Lounge, Sarah Salisbury. Okay, so if you just put that in the search on YouTube, you'll find the videos. They're all public and they're free. Like I say, I'm just gotta keep Pilates, gotta keep moving, Pilateing. So I think we are spot on time. So as I said, with the ball today, a standing sequence. So I've not put my mat down because I find mat on carpet a little bit slippery. But so we're standing. So unless you really find it a little bit too much pressure on the feet, then I'd say just use the carpet today. As always, we will start with both of our feet together. Now bring the ball to one hand straight away, okay? So again, as always, lovely length all the way up and through that pelvic floor. Zip up those jeans and feel that lengthening through the spine as well, and then that lovely natural eye line forward. Okay, shoulders open and dip the tips of those shoulder blades in your back pockets. Remember, I don't want you to thrust forward. It's all about the shoulders. Okay, so nice and engaged and lovely and tall. And then we're gently going to open our toes, but we're going to keep our heels together for a moment. Okay, so feel that lovely connection. Just Velcro up those inner thighs and a little bit of tightness in, the glutes as well. So we're going to start with that lovely simple breath in, breathing in through the nose, lovely and controlled. And we're just going to switch hands with the ball as you breathe out. Hello. Breathing in, lift up. Lovely breath through the nose. And then breathing out. Okay, and then breathe in. Once more. Breathe in. Switch hands again. So remember, if you haven't got a ball, exactly the same move. So we're going to breathe in, and this time we're going to pause at the top. Okay, so just that lovely little pause. So remember, still think long. You're wearing that crown, so you don't want that crown to topple from your head. Make sure the shoulders are peeled away from those ears. Hopefully you can feel that connection all the way through. So we're just going to come into a very simple little balance. We're going to lift both heels from the floor. Now if you feel a little bit too unsteady or wobbly, lower down, or you can stay flat, but get that lovely connection. Inner thighs glued together, lengthen, lift. Don't let those shoulders peel again. 4, 3, 2, and then just simply lower down. Just that lovely release down. We're going to open the heels now, so you've got that beautiful shoulder hip distance apart, and then we're going to breathe in. Again, we're going to come to the top and we're going to pause. So just once more into that tiny, lovely little balance challenge. So just try and make sure that you're not tilting yourself forward. Remember that lovely length, engagement, lift, 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 lift. That lovely natural eye line forward. So remember, you find your challenge. If you're a bit too wobbly, lower those heels down. Keep those shoulders away from those ears. And just hold it. 3, 2, and then gently down. Just bring it down as you breathe out. We're going to breathe in. Switch hands on the ball if you have one. We're going to pause at the top again. And again, just one more little balance challenge. Peel up the heels without tilting towards me. Keep those shoulders away, and then I'm just going to bring in a little bit of movement with those arms. Just bring them out nice and steady and controlled, and then take them slightly behind. Squeeze your shoulder blades, so in a kind of angel pose. Okay, try and keep those big toes down. If you're a little too wobbly, lower the heels a little bit or stay flat. Hold, and then we're gently going to look over one shoulder, just nice and smoothly. And then breathe in, come back to the centre, and then we're going to go straight across to the other side. That lovely little out breath. Think long and tall, shoulders squeezed together. Breathe in, bring the eyes back into centre, bring the hands to centre, and then that lovely little release and shake it out. Okay, so we've got a little bit more balancing to do in a moment. So we're just going to simply stay here, that lovely Pilates position for the moment. We're going to breathe in and bring those hands out to shoulder height. So we're going to come into a lovely standing cat curl. So soften those knees. I'm just going to go to side profile. Brace that belly button and push back to the spine and get that lovely curve on the back, reaching as far forward as you can, and switch hands with the ball. That lovely breath in. We're going to sweep back to the shoulder blades touch and then forward. So we're just going to make it one lovely long continuous move, and then open, squeeze, breathe, soften that back, breathe in and breathe out. So make sure it's all about those shoulders. Breathe in, soften those knees, push and curl through, breathe in, open up. So just one lovely long continuous move, and then breathe in and open up. Now next time we're going to hold it forward in that standing cat cow. Remember, knees soft, bracing that belly button, push through and hold. Remember, I don't want those shoulders to creep up around your ears. Now I want you, fingertips on the ball, just push that little bit longer away. So hopefully you feel a beautiful stretch, keeping that the engagement on your stomach. 4, 3, 2, we're going to breathe in, eyes are going to follow that ball, and we're going to come up overhead. So eyes that have followed that ball, again, do not let those shoulders lift, okay? And then just a lovely simple back extension. A little lean back if you prefer, soften your knees, you choose. Just hold and breathe. Breathe in. Now this time as you breathe out, gently bring it back up and in to centre. If you need to, just quickly loosen those arms and then take it back up. And then just once more, just loosen and hold it down. Circle out those shoulders as big as you can. Remember, try and touch your ears. You're really bringing them forward, touching the ears, dropping them back, pushing them down. Okay, that's the circle. It's as big a movement as you can make. 2 and 1. Okay, and then back into centre. So just gently extend one leg out to the side. So remember, this supporting leg, that knee can be softer if you prefer. Remember, don't lock it out. So we're going to breathe in and take those arms up overhead. So from the fingertip to that foot, you've got a lovely little angle, and then we're going to come into another balance challenge. So just that little lift of the toe. Now remember that lovely natural eye line as well. Engage, make yourself as long as you can through the leg and through the arms without peeling your shoulders. So find your challenge. If you need a little bit more, come that little bit higher, but just make sure you're not just lifting the leg, okay? The body is going the opposite way. So you've got that lovely diagonal there. Breathing in. Now if you're a little too wobbly, lower the foot, or even just have a toe, just that smidgen of contact with the floor can make a huge difference psychologically. Now the leg that's supporting you, make sure those toes aren't scrunched. Hopefully you now have a beautiful toasty tingle in that supporting leg. Breathe in, and now we are coming down. Breathe out, in, and that lovely little shake out. So exactly the same on the other side. So it's quite a long position to hold. Okay, so again, gently take one leg out to the side, soften that knee. Remember, if you prefer, you can have a little bit more of a bend, and then that beautiful breath in, lift that ball. So remember, think about those shoulders peeled away, that lovely natural eye line, and then lift. So you decide. Remember, one side may be much stronger than the other. This is my weak side of darn left foot of mine. So find your own challenge. Woo! Lovely and long. braced all the way up through. Remember, you can even just have that tiny tap of a toe. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, and this time on the out breath, we are going to come down and release, that lovely little release. So we're going to quickly just stretch those calf muscles, so come side profile. So just gently, just sink that bum down. Okay, just bum goes straight down towards the heels, knees forward. So hopefully you feel a nice stretch in the calves and the soleus. Okay, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then just gently bring yourself back up to standing. So your classic position, we're going to breathe in and we're going to take that ball up overhead and pause. So again, always focus on the shoulders. Zip up those jeans, get that lovely connection. We're going to come into a simple C stretch, okay? So just for that lovely little double bounce, just a 1, 2, breathe in. We're going to go all the way across without a break. So breathing in, and then that lovely out breath. Breathing in, and then that lovely breath out. Breathing in. Now we're going to hold this one over, hold it here. Going to take the ball into the lower hand, breathe out. So imagine that ball's as heavy as can be, eyes will follow. So hopefully you felt that stretch intensify. Breathing in. Remember, your knees can be slightly soft. Breathe in. Now we're deliberately going to drop into that hip. Deliberately drop in. Lateral extension. And then breathe in, bring yourself back up and in to center. If you need to, just quickly bring those arms down and then to the other side and hold. So remember, you're lifting out of that hip and across at first. Beautiful C stretch, lovely and zipped up. Feel that little bit of tension in that glute crease. Bossy, bossy. And then hand in that lower, ball in the lower hand, sorry. Breathe in, and as we breathe out, intensify that stretch. Okay, so lovely and long. Remember those blue jeans. Now we're going to drop that hip deliberately. Drop into it. Breathing in. Are we good? And breathing out. Breathing in, and then the next out breath, we're going to come up all the way back and in to get there. So we're going to go into a lovely classic roll down, all the way to the floor. So I'm going to go side profile. Okay, so we've got that lovely engagement, lengthen, shoulders away from those ears. We're going to breathe in, start to lower that ball. And then once it's in your eye line, the eyes will follow. Okay, so gently going to bring that ball all the way down, and then that beautiful roll down to the floor. So remember, you can soften your knees, any tension in that lower back. So soft knee or a straight leg. Do not lock those knees out, okay? Belly button, peel it up and away from the floor, and we're lovely and long. Now we're going to come into a thoracic twist. So take the ball into one hand, the other hand stays down, and then the hand that has the ball, we're going to breathe in, open that chest, your eyes will follow the ball, and breathe out. Now what I want you to try to make sure you don't do is drop into the hip or let that knee collapse. You stay lovely and straight. Now you can have a soft knee, just don't let the knee collapse and fall in. Breathing in, it'll be all good, and breathing out. So on that next breath out, we are going to come back down into center. So remember that lovely, lovely control. If you prefer, soften the knees, swap hands. Breathe in, and then as we breathe out, lift that ball up and away. So eyes follow. It's got a lovely thoracic twist. Again, make sure you don't drop into the hips, or from the side profile, let one knee. Because what tends to happen, the hand that has the ball, we let the opposite knee bend. Okay, so try not to. Belly button still up, you are breathing still. Breathe in, and then as we breathe out, we're gently going to come back in to center again. Now interlock your fingers and place the ball in your hands like a wrecking ball. So simply, the arms move only. A lovely little swing side to side. Okay, just swing, swing. 4, 3, 2. Last one. And then gently back and in to centre. We're going to breathe in, and now we're going to come back up. So that lovely breath out. Keep that belly button peeled up and away from the floor. And we're going to hold here and open the shoulders. Now, the ball we are going to place between your thighs. So remember about keeping it equal. So kind of make sure you're in the centre of the ball so it's not bulging behind or in front. Make sure it's between the thighs, not the knees. Your knees are really strong and you'll just kind of push in and end up being knock-kneed. I want it between those inner thighs. So those of you who are quite petite, you might need quite a squishy ball. So you never guess where we're going to go. Into some squats. So hopefully you're naturally hip distance apart. Remember, I don't want that ball. If you're petite, just make sure it's not kind of pushed you out. You might need to deflate it a little bit. So here we are. Hands can be rested. I'm just going to take my arms just naturally to shoulder height. So that lovely squat down and lifting up. So beautiful and slow, breathing in and that lovely breath out. So if you are using the arms, make sure your shoulders don't tighten up with any tension. Okay, if there's tension, modify and come back to a rested arm. So you choose. Breathe in on that way down. And breathe out. And I'm going to come to side profile in a minute. So remember, it's a moment from those hips first. Okay, so that lovely breath in. Smooth, continuous movement. Are we okay? So remember, a moment from those hips. Make sure you're not moving through the knees. Okay, well, there will be movement in the knees, but not just the knees. Okay, 2 more. And you never guess what's going to happen with the last one. Freeze. So hold it. Okay, so if you feel those shoulders, if you've gone for a fuller arm, you're here and you felt those shoulders lift, remember, remove those arms. Now I want you to just quickly check your alignment. Make sure you've got that lovely line, hip to knee, and then we're down towards the ankle. Okay, so we are going to pulse. So I want you to find, well, I've got my sofa behind me, perfect. Just that lovely, try to sit down, lift yourself up. Try to sit down. So again, my pulse, lovely and controlled. It's not fast, it's not a bounce, okay? So that should be 3, roundabout. Breathe. Fine, that sofa with the back of the thighs. Ooh, 2 more to go. 1. Actually, it's quite handy having a sofa available. And freeze. So remember, if there's tension in the head, neck or shoulders, take those arms away. I want that toasty, toasty feeling, those thighs and buzz. Belly button peel up, zip up those blue jeans. Hold it, hold it, hold it. 3, 2, breathe in, and then the out breath. Push up, release. If you need to, just take that ball away and have a little shake on those legs. Okay, we've another set to go. So pop that ball again between the thighs. Make sure it's equal, even, bit of tension holding that ball in place so you're not driving it too hard of one side. Exactly the same again. So remember, bear that weight nice and even in the feet. Zip up, open those shoulders. You choose. So I'll start without my hands. Now just look at the tracking of your knees to hips. Just make sure you're not kind of tracking in. Okay, breathing in, breathing out. So if you want to go for a fuller arm, no higher than the eye line, please. Okay, and breathing out. 3 more to go. Breathing in, breathing out. Remember, moment from the hips first. Hips, then knees. 2. The next one, hold. Hold it down. Again, if you can, quickly think about how does the weight feel in the feet. Make sure you're not pronating, supinating, nice and even. Those 3 points of contact. If there's too much, just bring yourself up a little bit. Remember, find your own challenge. A little bit of tension on that ball still. Check your tracking. You've chosen how far you've gone. Now we're going to pulse. Enough talking. God, so talkative today, you guys. Lower and lift. Oh, I can't laugh, it puts me off. 3. So remember, again, make sure it's not in the knees that move. The thighs, the back of your thighs are trying to find that chair or sofa. 2 more. 2. Last one, hold. So freeze. If it's a little too much, remember, lift, tension head, neck and shoulders. Take those arms away. There should be effort, but never discomfort. 4, 3. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, push yourself back up. That lovely release. Take out that ball, and a little shake on those legs if you need to. Now we're going to have some more squats, but this time we are going to pop the ball under one foot. So we're deliberately making ourselves unstable, okay? See already. So we're going to come slightly wider than hip distance, okay? So there's a little bit of tension on the board, not too much, okay? So we're deliberately uneven, hopefully a bit more realistic. So, same as before, we're going to squat, ooh, and push back up. So there's a little bit, so you have to really think about how distributing that weight in the body, okay, because it's not even now. 2 more to go. So we're deliberately uneven. Same muscle groups, working differently. Next one down and hold. If you're not enjoying it, just kick that ball aside. Hold it. Remember, if your shoulders are bunching up, take those arms away. Hold it, hold it, hold. And a nice little wobble on that foot. 4, 3. Breathe in, and we're coming up, and then that lovely release. So all we're doing is we're squatting, but you're putting the weight through one leg, much more so when we're doing it together. So again, slightly widen the hip distance, foot on that ball, it's rested. Remember, we're not trying to pop it. Okay, that foot's just rested. Okie dokie. And again, from those hips, a moment from those hips. So remember, the first one might be quite wobbly. Just get used to how you're distributing that weight. You're breathing in on the way down, breathing out on the way up. Okay, 3 more to go. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in. Ooh, and breathing out. Last one, freeze. Hold it. Just remember, there is a little bit of weight in that foot. You're not trying to pop that ball. Mainly loaded here. Remember, if your shoulders are crunching up, take those arms away. Hold, breathe, breathe, and breathe again. And breathe out. Breathe in, and this next out breath, we're coming back up. Push up, step off, and that lovely little shake out. Okay. Whew, that was nice. Should we do some? So we're going to come back, oh no, we're going to come out, sorry, into a wide Pilates squat, plie squat. So, want your toes facing out about 10 to 2, 10 to 2. Okay, so remember, I don't want them forward, that's just keeping the hips locked forward. I want those hips nice and open. And then we're just going to come classic plie squat with or without the ball. It's that lovely breath in and breathe out. Beautiful and slow. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Now we just swap directions with the hand. Okay, so the other hand goes up first. And breathing out. So remember, beautiful and smooth, smooth, smooth. 2 more this way. Breathe. Next one, hold it down. So we're going to hold it here. So remember, if your arms are heavy or your shoulders are lifting, you can bring the ball front arm extension or close to the chest. I think I'm going to choose this one here. There's a little bit of resistance on that ball, so your arms are working as well. So again, just check those feet. Are your knees tracking out towards that little toe? Make sure they're nice and open. And we are going to pulse, lower and lift. Remember that beautiful control. So a pulse is not fast, it is not quick. Not a my class. Okay, so you're going to lower, lower, and breathe out as you lift. 2 more to go, okay? Next one, surprisingly, we're going to hold it. Again, think about your upper body. Any tension, modify the move, ditch the ball if you want to. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Breathe in, and on the out breath, I want you to try and get a little bit more. Really make sure those knees are tracking out and open. Okay, 4, 3, hold that move. I'm going to come into side profile so you can see me. So hopefully we've got that tailbone tucked under and we're nice and straight and tall. Now we're deliberately going to let that tailbone stick out, but I haven't done it on its own and arched the back. Everything has come with it. So we've got that lovely little hip hinge. And again, lower and lift. So exactly same muscle groups, but again, we're just working them slightly differently. 4 more to go. Lovely strength. Long and open with those knees. So if you prefer, you can ditch the ball and just rest your hands. If you make sure they are rested though, that you're not pushing down against them. 2, hold that next one. Hold it. And think, am I engaged? Am I long? Am I open? Am I breathing? Are my shoulders relaxed? So deliberately got that tailbone stuck, but not arched back, okay? Keep it nice and straight. Hold it some more, breathing in and breathing out. And that next out breath, breathe in, we're going up. Breathe out, push and release for 2. And I'll change direction and release. Hold it there, gently walk those feet in together and let the hands come back down to the side. A lovely little shake out on those legs if you need to. Shouldn't have thrown the ball too far. Okay, so with the ball again, we're just going to finish with a lovely balance. So we're going to come back to where we were earlier with both heels together, that lovely Velcro feeling through the inner thighs, lengthen and open up. And then we're going to breathe in and take that ball up overhead. And then on the out breath, peel the heels from the floor. And if you can, try and keep the heels together. If it's uncomfortable, come slightly wider. Same 10 to 2 position with the feet and find your challenge. Remember that beautiful natural eye line. Find a spot above my head. Focus. Breathe. Breathe in and then just take it a little higher if you can. Remember, we need that challenge, but not that complete windmill effect. Okay, breathe in. Then this time on that out breath, lower down and the heels and a little shake out. So we're going to come back to your natural Pilates stance where you open the toes and the heels. Same balance challenge, hopefully a bit harder because we haven't got that inner thigh contact. So breathe in. Take that ball up and over. So remember, keep those shoulders open and down. Have you zipped up those blue jeans? Feel that little bit of tension in that glute crease. And then we're going to peel those heels up, up, up. So remember, think puppet on a string. You're going up, up, up. Try not to tip forward. Okay, if you're uncomfortable with the ball overhead, just bring the arms back down to your side. Remember, find your own challenge. Your lounge, your rules-ish. Okay, so some of you may be here. Now we're going to bring in some movement with the arms. So stay up, raised. You're on the ball of your feet. And then we're going to let that ball come down. And then we're going to go all the way back up. Breathing in. And switch. Ooh, I got a lovely little wobble. So remember, we need that little bit of instability and then try and stabilize, okay? So, and down. So hopefully again, you can feel it working around the foot, ankle, heel calves. One more, hold it at the top. Remember, if those shoulders are bunching up and there's tension, take that ball away. Try and keep those big toes down, the base of that big toe, keep it down, down, down. And then we're going to come into angel pose. So again, come out nice and wide, let the hands come behind you, squeezing those shoulder blades. A lovely opening of the chest and the shoulders. 3, and then we're going to look over our shoulders once more. So just gently. Ooh. So remember, when you lose that eye line at the front, it should be a little bit more challenging. Breathe in and across to the other side. Still zipped up. Breathe in, eyes back. That should be really toasty in those feet. Breathe out, lower down, and a lovely little shake out. So we're just going to really quickly stretch out the ankles and the feet. Okay, so I'm going to come to side profile. Still hip distance apart, toes on the back foot are in line with the front heel. Okay, and then from here, hands just nice and rested. So again, you kind of sink down onto that back heel. So you just soften knees and hips, and hopefully you feel that beautiful stretch. So it should be in the back, in the heel of the leg that's at the back. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then just gently lift that little step forward to switch. Again, nicely zipped up, soften hips and knees. So that weight's over the back heel, okay? So get that lovely stretch. 4, 3. And have a little peek. Make sure that as you've come down, you've not kind of collapsed out to the side, okay? We want to come straight down to get that lovely stretch. 3, 2, and 1. And then just gently bring yourself up. So we're going to tuck the toes of one leg under. So you just tuck the top of the foot is touching the floor, and then kind of let the weight of the leg just relax. So hopefully you've got a lovely stretch here across the front of your foot. 3, 4, 3, 2. Okay, and then just simply switch. So the other side, so you can turn around if you need to hold on to your sofa or the wall. So top of the foot rested on the carpet, and let the weight of the leg just gently rest. Again, don't force it, never ever force a move, okay? 3, 2, and 1. And then just gently come back in, and you're going to come up onto the ball of the foot, and hopefully you can feel a little bit of a stretch. Again, just sink down. And again, just make sure you're not letting those hips drop out side to side, okay? So nice and square, and you're sunken down. 3, 2, and then just gently release and switch. So ball of the foot, just really try and make sure you come high up onto the ball of that foot. Again, we don't want you to sink out to the side, keep it lovely and square, let that weight sink down. So hopefully you feel a bit of stretch on the sole of the foot. 3, 2, and 1, and then just gently bring it up and release, and then just a little shake out of those feet. Okay, then we're going to come back to your classic Pilates position. Both feet together, open the toes and open the heels. So I know it's really basic and really fundamental, but always remember, come back to that if you feel uneven. Lengthen, lifting up through that pelvic floor, lovely length. Crowns are on, and those little soft knees. Then we're going to take that lovely breath in again. Breathe in, and we're going to pause at the top as you breathe out. Now we're going to come into a lovely back extension again. So we're going to take eyes towards the ceilings. Now remember, if you prefer, you can have a slightly softer knee, but do not lock out. Beautiful length, and then that breath out. And hold it. Hold it. Breathing in and breathing out. And then gently come back up into centre, eyes forward. And that lovely almost fall in on yourself where you soften the knees and you let those arms sweep down and come back up. It's that lovely out breath. Just soften. If you want to, hands can sweep the floor. 2 more. Check your knees. What are they doing? And you're going through that move. It's because I can see you. Breathe. Oh, I did it then. We're going to do one more for luck, because my knees flared then. And then gently up. Release those arms down to the side, and then those lovely big shoulder circles. Remember, as large as you can. Remember, this is not a shoulder circle. Feel those creaks and cracks too. And one, gently let those arms come back to side. Feel that engagement through your body there in that lovely length. And once more, breathe in. Bring those hands together in prayer. A little bit of tension. Breathe out and draw down and into your chest. So thank you very much, everybody. Well done. So that's lovely, always lovely. Standing sequence with the ball. So remember, if I'm having problems posting onto Facebook, I will be putting it onto Pilates Lounge, Sarah Salisbury on YouTube. Okay, so thank you very much. It's so lovely, the little waves and everything. And if you wish, you can stop on for just a moment longer. I'm going to get the puppy. Wait. Hey, baby. Hello, baby. You see this? Come on then. Quickly. And here is Pup. There. Say hello, Tommy. So this is Tommy, who'll no doubt make me late for class. Okay. Have a lovely weekend, everybody, and see you on the other side. Take care now. Puppy up. Oh, bye. Hey. Oops. I can't stop.